Hello, and welcome to another exciting edition of Hidden in the Universal Vault. I'm Ron, your host, and I'm welcoming you to my review of K-9 for 1989. I'm watching the three-movie K-9 The Patrol Pack. This includes K-9, K-911, and K-9 PI. Now, the movie I watched was K-9. Now, this is a movie that stars James Belushi. This also has Mel Harris, and Jerry Lee as himself. Yes, that's Jerry Lee if you're curious. So K-9 is a movie I like to call the buddy dog cop comedy. Basically, it's the buddy cop genre with a dog. In fact, Touchstone would do another one with a buddy cop film involving the dog, Turner Hooch, with Tom Hanks also coming out in 1989. And I can tell you that movie I remember growing up watching back in the day, Turner Hooch. K-9 is new for me, and this is interesting because this was actually directed by Rod Daniels. Now, he directed another childhood favorite of mine, Beethoven Second, and that was a great sequel to Beethoven. I haven't covered the first one, but I did review the second one, I do believe, not sure. So what did I think of K-9? I got one word to describe this. Generic. Let's talk about K-9. So, the movie centers around Detective Thomas Dooley, which is Jim Belushi. But actually, there's a typo on this. I do believe his name is Mike Dooley. Let me go ahead and take a look at Letterboxd. Okay, I'm going to hop into Letterboxd really quick, guys. Hopefully I'm back. Yeah, Mike Dooley. His name is not Thomas Dooley in this movie, but his name is Mike Dooley. But anyways, that might be a typo from this, package. But anyways, takes on crime partner Jerry Lee, a German shepherd who knows to solve crimes and apprehend the destruction in this action comedy. They weren't exactly the perfect pair, but when this cop learns to trust his new best friend and this dog teaches his master a few new tricks, the two unlikely partners become an unstoppable team. It's guaranteed chase of high-speed thrills, wall-to-wall action, out-of-control laughs, I use that in quotations, because when these two are unleashed, they're sure to take a bite out of crime and anything else that gets in their way. Yeah, let's talk about the comedy, because once again, this is super generic. So, Mike Dooley, or Thomas Dooley on the back of DVD. I'm just going to say Mike Dooley because that's his name in the movie. So, he is basically, don't mind my folks are talking downstairs. I do apologize, guys, if you do hear that. So, Mike Dooley is a detective. And all of a sudden, he's this detective who basically he wants to try to stop a bunch of crimes that are going on in California. The movie's set in San Diego, California. I do believe. Yeah, I think it is. So he basically decides he can't go alone. So we're introduced to another cop played by Al Bundy himself, Ed O'Neill. So Al Bundy, that's not his character's name. I'm just going to say Al Bundy because I don't know his name in the movie. But anyways, he's a veteran cop who gets Mike this new K-9. So he's introducing him to Jerry Lee, who is the dog. So the dog's into chili, and now he has to gear up and he's like, what is this, fencing? And then it's like, I don't know. You'll have to figure it out. So he lets him take care of the dog. So, yeah, he's not even in it the whole way through, but yet is credited at the very beginning of the movie in the opening credits, even though he's not in it that much, only in one scene. So that's it for him. So, now he teams up, and now they're going to start, right off the back, Jerry Lee's first job is to stop a bunch of guys in a bar, these, drug guys in a bar. So now we're also introduced to Mel Harris, who plays his, I believe, girlfriend. I think her name is Tracy in the movie. I could be wrong. So now she's liking the dog, and the two of them bond with the dog, and after a while he starts to get to liking and basically the term man's best friend. I think also another problem I don't like about it is I'm not a dog person, though I do own a couple dogs downstairs myself. I just was never a dog person. That's also another reason why I don't relate to this movie, is because I'm not a dog person. I did grow up with the two Beethoven movies, but that's because, here's the thing, Beethoven was just a much more interesting dog than Jerry Lee. Jerry Lee is cute, and he's a lovable dog, but he's just not that interesting. K-9s to me can be a very useful dog in the law enforcement. They can be handy, but how would I know about that if you got, like, James Belushi? To me, he's okay, but his character just, half the time he's an idiot. He won't do much, and the dog outsmarts him. I guess that might be the charm, but then again, there's not really much to say about it. So now Mike has to go stop these drug dealers, stop this crime boss, and it comes out to the big climax, and even then the climax isn't interesting. It's so predictable. There is one scene, and interesting enough, Dan Castellaneta, Homer Simpson, makes an appearance in the movie as a butler. As a waiter at the fancy restaurant. Which is also interesting because Yardley Smith, who voiced in We're Back, A Dinosaur Story, was in that movie. So we got two Simpson stars appearing in Universal movies. So kind of wanted to bring that up, though. But yeah, I don't really find his character that interesting. It has some chuckles here and there, but they're mostly cringe chuckles. Like, it's kind of sad to see a dog get shot. That's another thing. It would have been that's not totally ruining the ending. I'm sure everybody's seen this, but the dog eventually gets shot, and then he goes all trigger happy. Basically, yeah, he goes all trigger happy, and I hate to give away that ending, but I don't know. There's a funny moment where he's at the beach. After he gets out of the restaurant, he's like, I'm blind, this is my seeing eye dog. So he tells the waiter that, I'm blind, this is my seeing eye dog. So the dog gets out, breaking the mirror of his 1965 Chevrolet. So then he goes into the beach, he hides himself, and then we got a girl at the beach, and he's trying to hide himself from there, and then he gets crotch shot from a woman lying on the beach. So yeah, basically that's the gist of what he does. I don't know what happened when they made this movie, but it just I didn't get anything out of this movie. And yeah, when they say, first off, when they say out of control laughs, I didn't laugh at this movie. Again, Beethoven's Second, which is also directed by Rod Daniels, that's what I meant to say. This is actually produced by the Gordons, Lawrence and Charles Gordon. They produced this, and it actually was co-produced by Steven Seagal, not Seagal. It's Seagal. I thought it was Steven Seagal, but it's Seagal. Steven Seagal. Yeah, I'm kind of getting that, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this movie didn't click with me. I'm hoping the two sequels are improvement, but as it stands, so at the end of the day, no, I can't recommend K-9. No, at the end of the day, I can't recommend K-9. It has an interesting idea. I like an idea of the buddy cop genre, but instead of the buddy cop, we got the buddy dog cop film. However you want to call that genre. Again, I will say this, I haven't seen Turner Hooch in years, but I'm going to tell you right now, Touchstone did a better job with Turner Hooch. And I just found Hanks' character be more appealing than Belushi. Hanks fits that cop role as well. So at the end of the day, I can't recommend K-9. I'm sure a lot of people will say this is good, but for me, it was just a generic buddy cop movie, but basically evolved into K-9. And as it stands, this is one of the worst movies I watched this year. It's very boring. It's very predictable. Belushi just doesn't have that chemistry of playing a cop. And for me, it didn't work. And Belushi can be very funny. He's funny at times, but trying to tackle as a cop, to me, doesn't work as a film. Now, I am going to keep this set because I'm going to check out the sequels. Maybe the sequels could be better. Maybe we'll see how the two other sequels, K-911 and K-9PI, I will get to those sequels eventually. But as it stands, it's just not a good movie. So let's go ahead and rate it right now. I'm going to give K-9 a 2 out of 5. It just, to me, just felt so generic. I think the problem is it was just generic. If I found Belushi's character interesting, I was going to give it higher than what I did because I did like Jerry Lee, and I think he's a very cute dog. But again, I'm not a dog person, so if I was a dog lover, if I was a fan of dogs and I liked dogs, then I'd probably put it higher than a 2 out of 5, but as it stands, it's a 2 out of 5 for that reason. So as I said, I can't recommend K-9, guys. I'm sorry, it just felt super generic, and it's going to go on the worst list for sure. So yeah, that's my review of K-9. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you do like the content of the channel, like, comment, subscribe, click the bell, ring the bell to get all my video notifications so you don't miss a single video. I'm on Letterboxd, guys, so you can check me out. I got tons of other stuff on the website. I rate the movies before I go ahead and review them, before I upload them. So yeah, there's tons of other content on the channel. Not only Universal reviews, but I also have Vlog City, collection updates, all that good stuff on the channel. So go ahead and swing on over there, check out the things I got on there, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So like I said, I just can't recommend K-9. It tries to be a buddy cop film, but it just falls flat. A predictable story is what I meant to say. So yeah, that's it. As always, keep watching those Universal movies, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.